Hello everybody, Redzone here. Welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So JP Dokkan has thrown out some details for the upcoming ECAs for the 9th year anniversary. You know, it's going on full swing. We got Broly, we got Gogeta running on high octane basically in the game. Tearing everything apart, and now, you know, as part of the celebration, we are getting ECAs throughout the whole thing. So now, you know, we just got the notice 11 minutes ago, so gotta be fast on this. I gotta start recording everything before everybody starts uploading these. So PARAGUS and BROLY is, if you guys recall, man, this is an older unit. This is like a, what was this? This is a side banner unit for when Super Saiyan Broly came out, I want to say. It's an old unit, dude. Then in addition to that, we also had BARDOCK and GINE. These guys, if you guys recall, they came out during the Gogeta celebration. This was the side banner unit for Gogeta. So we also got that. And this is a big one right here. Broly, Chilai, and Lemo, they're getting their ECAs. Want to remember, yeah, their counterpart for the banner, like their counterpart was LR Rose Goku Black, and he got his ECA during the worldwide download celebration. So it was high time that this bad boy could get his ECA. So I don't have any official translations yet, but we're gonna go through this in a way that maybe it'll work, maybe it will not work, who knows. So I will have some very rough translations as we look along here, but we'll do our best just to see how well it'll work and everything. So let us see. So our boy BARDOCK and GINE, well, our dear couple BARDOCK and GINE, they're gonna get the movie heroes category key +3 all stats 130 and SDR type key +3 all stats 90%. So they're getting an additional they're getting an attack and defense buff of 122%. And when there's a character whose name includes Son Goku on the team, or Goku on the team, they get an additional key +4 attack and defense plus 122%. If there's a character whose name includes Goku. So they are able to recover 22% HP once only. It's interesting. So it has something over here for 50% HP, but I think it's what is at the start of the turn. So yeah, let me read this first. So when there's a category ally attacking the same turn, another parent, bond parent and child category ally attacking the same turn, they get an additional attack and defense plus 122%. They're able to recover 22% HP if you do have. They recover 22% HP and they get an additional attack and defense plus 122% if you have a Bond Master and Bond Parent and Child category ally attacking the same turn. I don't know. I feel like, so if your HP is 50% or above, or 50% or below at the start of the turn, they recover 22% HP once only, and they get an additional attack and defense plus 122% when there's an ally who's when there's another Bond Parent and Child category ally attacking in the same turn. Are these guys on Bond of Parent and Child? I don't recall. I will actually look that up. And they get an additional attack plus 122% when there's a movie bosses category enemy or an enemy whose name includes Frieza. Oh no, wait. Yeah, so whenever there's a movie boss category enemy, they get an additional attack plus 122%. And when there's an enemy whose name includes Frieza, they get an additional ki plus 4 and attack plus 122%, and he gets a guaranteed crit. So they're crazy. Yeah, they are a bond of parent and child. Okay. Interesting. That they look very strong. So their super attack massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy, and raises attack and defense of all allies by 22% for 2 turns. That is very strong. I think they had that, right? Prior to their... No, they did not. They did not have that prior to their ECA, so... they do have that on their active skill, where you can raise all allies... removes all allies as status effects, and raises all allies attack like 22% for 2 turns. But this time, you're raising their attack and defense by 22% for 2 turns, which is big. That's very good. I like this guy. The couple, sorry. That is a very good ECA. So they're gonna do a lot of damage up against Frieza, up against a movie boss category enemy. And of course, if your HP is below 50% HP, you recover 22% HP. And if you do have a bond of parent and child category ally attacking the same turn, they get an additional attack and defense plus 122%, which is very strong. So a lot of good buffs for these guys. So. All right, let's move on. We got actually, I'll leave that guy for the end. I know that he is going to be a big boy. So let's go ahead and talk about Paragus and Broly here. Let's see if the translations serve us here. Unfortunately, I don't have it on screen. I apologize. This is by ear. So go back if in any case it gives you some struggles. So in type ki plus 3, all stats 130 is the leader skill. They increase, so they get an attack and defense by 150% when performing a super attack. The cats are playing around, sorry. So they do... They get an additional attack that has a 50% chance to becoming a super. And damage... They get a damage reduction buff of 26% each time you super attack. I don't know how that is worded. So, basically speaking, whenever a super attack is... Whenever you perform a super attack, you get a 50% chance of an additional attack that has a 50% chance to becoming a super, and then 26% damage reduction whenever you super. I don't know if that's correct. Huh. Very interesting. And says pure Saiyans what is combination? Pure Saiyans or what is that? Is that transformation boost? No. Pure Saiyans or joint forces. That's the translation. Sorry. Joint forces. Category ki plus 3, all stats. Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50% for allies. For pure Saiyans or joint forces category allies. That's very strong. And they get 50%. So they get also ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50%. No. Okay. Let me see. So they provide superhero or movie hero? No, that's a super kanji. So superhero or pure Saiyans. When there's an enemy who's in the pure Saiyans or movie hero category, they get an additional key plus 3 and attack plus 180%, and a additional that has a 50% chance to becoming a super. So let me read this again because it's confusing. So they get attack and defense plus 150% with performing a super. They have a 50% chance of, they have an additional that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. And they get 26% damage reduction each time they super. Which, again, it's I don't know. I feel like that wording is not the one. That's how I feel. I feel like that wording is not correct, but we'll check and see in a few seconds. I think Minato is doing translations here. Then Pure Saiyans or Joint Forces category allies get Ki plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50%. And whenever there's a Pure Saiyans or superhero category enemy, you will get Ki plus 3 and attack plus 180%. And you get an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super, which is pretty strong. Their super attack effect, they raise defense, so they stack defense. Causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Again, pretty strong. Pretty okay. Not the greatest. I'm very interested to see the proper translation for the damage reduction. I feel like it's whenever you super attack. Like, you had to perform a super attack first, and you get the additional, like the 150% chance, 150%, I can't talk, 150% attack and defense for performing a super. And you get the additional normal that has a 50% chance to become a super. And 26% damage reduction when performing a super. I feel like that's how it is. But again, we will see it when we get there. And we got Broly, Chile, and Lemo, which let's go ahead and check Minato. Our boy Minato's Flash. He just posted the details for Broly, Chile, and Lemo, so we can go ahead and check it out here. So movie bosses Ki plus 4, all stats 150. Extreme physical types Ki plus 4, all stats 100%. It's okay. Movie bosses leader skill, it's okay as well. So 12 key super greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack. 18 key super attack massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. That massively raising attack and defense on 18 key, it's gonna be very strong. Their passive attack and defense plus 30% with each key sphere obtained. That's very strong. And further attack and defense plus 10% with each physical type key sphere obtained. Oh my god. That is very strong. Ki plus 2 per key sphere obtained. Yeah, that's what I read. All allies Ki plus 2 and attack plus 39% after collecting AGL or physical key spheres. What was it previously? Was it... Previously... No, so it's still the same. 39%. 39% attack. But it's just... Okay, so now it changes to 1. After collecting a or an AGL or SCR key sphere. It's just 1. Previously, had you collect 2 or more key spheres of that typing. Okay. That's much easier now. All allies Ki plus 2 and defense plus 39%. Actually, are we... We're providing key. We're providing key now to everybody. Previously, it was just the attack and defensive buff. Wow. That is strong. After collecting a tech or int key sphere obtained. Yeah, it's a. It's just a singular key sphere instead of 2. prior to his ECA. All allies key +2 and attack and defense +15% after collecting a rainbow key sphere. Did they do that? No, they did not. Okay, that's very strong. Attack +39% when performing a super. Okay. Performs an additional super attack, and movie bosses or super bosses category allies reduce damage received by 10% when key is 24. Only 10? What? Yeah, only 10. Ah, man. That damage reduction would have been effective, but still, this guy is providing damage reduction support. That is strong. That is very good. This is big, but look at all these things that they're getting with all the key, all the key spheres that you can collect. High chance of evading enemies attacking including super. They already have built-in dodge. Okay. They have built-in dodge now. And of course, you are the quirk of this unit was that if you collect 7 or more key spheres, you're guaranteed dodging with these units. So now they have that. They are able to evade enemies attack including super after collecting 7 or more key spheres. So they stay with that. That's good. When HP is 60% or below, randomly changes keys, one type of key spheres other than physical to physical key spheres. Do they get a buff? No, so they get their own buff on physical. Previously, no, I thought they got a little bit stronger with physical. Yeah, so they themselves get key +2 and attack and defense +5% with 2 or more key spheres attained. This is prior to their ECA. Now, they get an additional attack and defense +30% with each key sphere obtained. And they get attack and defense +10% with each physical type key sphere obtained. So instead of 5% previously, it's 10. And they don't get key. Well, they do get key +2 now per key sphere obtained, which is crazy. And then HP, when HP is 39% or below, changes all key spheres to physical key spheres. That is nuts. You know the healing that this guy's gonna get? All the attack and defense that they're gonna get by 23%? Like 23, by using 23 key spheres? Let me actually calculate that before we end the video. This is very long for a very, an informative video. We did get a data download on JP. So, if we go over here real quick. There's the JP version. We go over to the skit. There we go. So if we go over to the good old schedule, they are coming out in 3 days time. So in 3 days, 5 hours, February 5th. Is that? Yeah, Monday. So Monday morning is when they come out. Okay. I did recently pull these guys on JP. Unfortunately, I don't have neither of these two, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's very strong. This is very strong. I like it. I like it a lot. And then of course they have their own links and stuff like that, which is okay. But Minato, do you have anything else? You have the other translations to see if we're correct or not? Okay, that's fine. I'll repost it just to make sure that he has that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these EZAs. They are very, very stupid. They're strong. Very, very strong. Let me actually... Let's check. This is gonna be a rough translation as well. Yeah, 122% attack and defense. When there's a character whose name has some... whenever there's a character named Goku on the team, they get key +4 and attack and defense +22%, and he recovers 22% HP. Once only when HP is below 50% at the start of the turn. Okay, so that was the thing that we didn't get. They get an additional attack and defense 122% when attacking. When there's an ally whose name there's an ally from the bottom parent child category attacking in the same turn, they get an additional attack plus 122% when there's an enemy from the movie boss category, and whenever you're facing a Frieza enemy, key +4 and attack plus 122%, and they get guaranteed crit. Okay, and yeah, their super attack now provides attack and defense for all allies for 22% for 2 turns. That's very strong. We did get an enemy Frieza, movie boss Frieza, from the Redzone. That unit is going to be very vital over there. So, good to know, good to know. And then we also got Broly and Paragus here. Let me see their damage reduction. Let me see. It's for the turn, okay. So every single time you do a super, their damage reduction goes up by 26% for that turn. So if you continue, like, pump him up with additionals. He does 2 super attacks. That damage reduction goes up by 52%. Every time you do a super attack. Again, if I'm not mistaken. They get attack and defense by 150% when performing a super attack. They don't get anything at the start of turn, though. Has a 50% chance for an additional super attack. Oh, so it's just it will just do it. It's not an addition. It's not an additional guaranteed. It just has a 50% chance. Another super attack can be done. A 50% chance to become a super. We'll wait for the rough translations, of course. They're providing joint forces in Pure Saiyans category allies key +3 all stats 50%. It's okay. Attack and defense. When I mean all stats, I mean attack and defense plus 50%. Not. I know that there's the HP factor in there too, but when there's an enemy in the Pure Saiyans or superhero category, key +3 and attack plus 180%, it has a 50% chance to trigger a super attack. So, yeah. Very good. I like it. Let me know what you guys think of these ECAs. I like Broly, Jinla, and Lemo. He looks very, very strong. Yeah, this is all coming down on Monday. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.